Let me try to put it in a more contemporary way for you and me. A teacher's aide was sent to a hospital to visit a young student to tutor him in his nouns and adverbs as he was recovering in the hospital from his wounds. The teacher's aide had not been told the extent of his injuries. She was just given his name and his room number and told to go to his hospital room and go over his nouns and adverbs lesson with him. It wasn't until she arrived outside the young boy's hospital room that she realized the extent of his injuries. No one had prepared her to find a young boy hanging on to his life by a thread with his body burned almost completely over it. The second she saw him, she wanted to leave. Why was she told to go give an adverb and nouns lesson to a young boy who could be dead at any moment? But she didn't feel like she could back now, so she walked into the room and stood by his bed. And with stammering words, she said, "Your teacher sent me to help you with nouns and adverbs." The boy was in so much pain and such difficulty that he barely responded. But the teacher went ahead with her lesson, and she stumbled through the lesson on nouns and adverbs and got out of there as quickly as possible, but then was told to go back again the next day. That's the last thing she wanted to do, but she felt like she didn't have any choice. And as she walked into the hospital the next day, the nurse met her and said to her as she was walking down the hall, "What did you do yesterday?" And the teacher was like, "I'm sorry." And she said, "No, you don't understand. We have been worried about that boy. But ever since you were here yesterday, his whole attitude has changed. He's fighting back. He's responding to treatment. It's as if he has decided to live." The boy later explained that he had completely given up until he saw this teacher. And then with joyful tears, the boy said, they would not have sent a teacher to do nouns and adverbs with somebody who was not going to live. Can you see in your pain and in your agony that God has sent help? Do you understand that God thinks you can live?